Welcome to the deep dive. We're digging into some really interesting material today, sent in by you, actually.
Yes, focusing on blood pressure, but importantly, not just the numbers.
Exactly. It's about the timing. When is it highest? Why does that specific time matter so much?
hmm We're looking at excerpts from a piece called What Time of Day is Your Blood Pressure Highest and Why It Matters.
Mm,
It also mentions a book, Lowering High Blood Pressure Naturally by Dale Ruddock.
right. So our goal here is to unpack this whole idea of a daily blood pressure rhythm.
Yeah, figure out when it usually peaks, why that peak is, well, significant for your health.
And then talk about what the source suggests you can, do about it, practically speaking.
And this isn't just like trivia. Knowing this timing, understanding it, could actually be quite critical.
Definitely. The source suggests it might even help prevent major health issues like heart attacks or strokes. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, so first off, the core idea. Blood pressure isn't static. It's not one fixed number all day long.
Right. It moves around like source implies, a natural rhythm.
Exactly, like a tide. It has this 24-hour cycle. Your internal body clock, your circadian rhythm is a big driver.
And other things too, right? Like activity, stress.
Oh, absolutely. Activity, stress levels, how well you slept the night before, it all feeds in.
And the source mentions it's usually lowest during sleep, when you're most relaxed.
That's generally true, yes. During deep sleep, your body's pretty much at its baseline. But then, as you start waking up,
Things start to change. The body's gearing up.
precisely, preparing you for the day ahead.
Which brings us to the big question.
Yeah.
If it's lowest during sleep, when does the source say it usually hits its peak?
This is really the crux of it. The material points clearly to the morning.
The morning, like specifically.
Yeah, it highlights a specific window, roughly between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. for most people.
6 to 10. Okay, that's quite specific. What's happening then? Why does it go up?
Well, this is what's often called the morning surge. It's tied to your body's natural wake-up signals.
Hormones and things.
Exactly. Your body releases hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, the get-up-and-go hormones.
Right, the stress hormones almost.
Well, they get you alert and ready. They increase your heart rate. They constrict your blood vessels a bit.
Which pushes the pressure up.
Correct. It's designed to make you functional for the day.
So it's actually a normal biological thing.
It is a natural process, yes. But, and this is the key point the source makes, if someone already has high blood pressure
Hypertension.
or other cardiovascular issues, this natural morning rise can potentially push their blood pressure into a riskier zone.
Okay, so that explains why this particular time, this morning surge, is so important to talk about in terms of health risks.
It really is. The source emphasizes the research here. Statistics apparently show a noticeably higher number of serious cardiovascular events.
Like heart attacks, strokes.
Exactly those. Heart attacks, strokes, even sudden cardiac arrest. They happen more often in these morning hours, 6 to 10 a.m., than any other time of day.
Wow, that's a stark connection. Timing linked directly to acute risk.
It is. And the theory, as the source lays it out, is basically that this extra pressure surge in the morning puts added strain on the system.
On the heart, the
Yes.
blood vessels.
Right. If someone's arteries are already a bit compromised, maybe narrowed, maybe less flexible, that morning peak can be like the final straw, potentially triggering a serious event.
So knowing your own morning pattern, especially if you have high blood pressure, isn't just interesting, it's potentially protective.
That's the takeaway. Absolutely. Vital information.
Okay, the importance is clear. So, what does the source suggest you can actually do? What are the practical steps to maybe lessen this risk?
It offers several concrete suggestions.
What's first?
First up is home monitoring, but specifically when you do it. The advice is to check your blood pressure in the morning,
Right after waking.
pretty much. Shortly after waking, and this is crucial, before you take any blood pressure meds or have your morning coffee or tea.
So you catch the natural peak before anything else influences it.
That's the idea. Get the clearest picture of your personal surge. Second, medication consistency.
Meaning just taking it regularly.
Taking it regularly, yes, but also when you take it.
Sure.
The source mentions that for some people, taking meds at night might help blunt that morning rise.
Oh, interesting.
But, and this is a big but, that's something you absolutely must discuss with your doctor. Never change medication timing on your own.
Right. Crucial point. Needs to be personalized and medically supervised. What else?
Third, think about how you wake up. A gentle waking routine.
Meaning, don't leave out of bed.
Basically, yeah. Avoid rushing frantically or jumping straight into stressful tasks. Maybe take a few moments, breathe calmly, just to ease into the day.
Don't add a stress spike on top of the natural hormonal one.
Exactly. Fourth is being mindful of salt and caffeine, particularly early in the morning.
Why then, specifically?
The source suggests they can act like fuel for that morning surge, potentially making it higher or more abrupt.
Okay, good to know about those first thing habits.
Mhm.
And anything else?
And finally, exercise.
Hmm.
Regular exercise is vital, we know that, but the source advises maybe not doing really vigorous workouts immediately upon waking.
Give your body time to adjust first.
Yeah, let things settle a bit before putting major physical demands on your system.
Okay, let's pull this all together then. What we've learned from this deep dive is blood pressure isn't just one number. It has this daily rhythm.
A natural pattern, yeah.
Yeah.
And it typically peaks in the morning, say between 6 and 10 a.m. for most people.
And understanding that specific timing is really important because research links it to a higher risk of heart attacks and strokes during those hours.
Right, which leads to the practical advice from the source.
Which is monitor your BP in the morning consistently.
Talk to your doctor about the timing of your medication. That's key.
Try to wake up gently, ease into the day,
Watch the salt and caffeine first thing.
and maybe schedule intense exercise a little later, not right upon waking.
Mhm. And the source also pointed to that book, Lowering High Blood Pressure Naturally, by Dale Ruddock, if you want to explore more natural approaches.
It feels like tracking these patterns, just being aware, and then having these informed chats with your doctor.
Hmm.
It gives you more control, doesn't it?
It really empowers you, yeah. Agency over your own health.
So maybe a final thought to leave everyone with, something that really stood out from the material. Knowing your blood pressure timing isn't just data, it's about, potentially stopping problems before they even begin.
Yeah, it's about realizing you actually have quite a bit of power in managing your own well-being just by paying attention to the clock,
Right.
in a way.